MaltiCultural here again. My name is Nick Knox. I thought I would come on this very warm July 5th and talk about Independence Day in America, particularly now. Knowing that we are soon to be leaving the country, it does tend to make some of those types of events feel very different, both for myself and my children. We do put a little bit of a different emphasis on some of those events because we know we may not be back for a while. Moving out of country, it's not like moving to a different city or a different state where you can easily just come back because it's someone's birthday or for weddings or things like Independence Day or St. Patrick's Day or Halloween or any number of events that are sort of uniquely American, at least the way they're celebrated here. My spouse and I talked about, I'm not feeling 4th of July this year for lots of reasons. And, but we have kids and they look forward to those traditions, and knowing that we won't be back to celebrate, next year for sure. You want to spend time making memories, letting them have these important memories to take with them, because we're not sure when we'll be able to be back to participate in those particular traditions. And obviously when you move to another country, you take some of those traditions with you. Fireworks is something we'll see in Malta for sure, but not the way America does it. It's different, it's unique. And that's great. So though my spouse and I were not feeling it, we went because they were excited. And so you pack up all the stuff and you put the sunscreen and the bug spray on and you pack up your chairs and you go a couple hours early and you sit sometimes in the very hot sun and wait for it to get dark enough for fireworks. This year we were lucky and it wasn't exceptionally hot, which it was in previous years. We have the same spot. We always go to see fireworks in the same town, and it's great. We're never disappointed as far as it's never super crowded, and it's fun and nice, and all the kids run around and play, and even with kids they don't know, and it's fun. It can be busy leaving, but so yeah, we went and we did it. And one of our kids has they're very aware that this is their last fireworks before we leave. And I'm not sure if that makes them excited, happy, sad. I don't really know, but they remark on understanding this is the last time, at least for now. My other child doesn't like to think about it, doesn't like to bring it up, doesn't like to focus on the lasts that could be happening or may happen. And we've made a conscious decision and effort to really focus on those traditions and making sure that some of those traditions are more important as we know that we're getting closer to that change and that move. Maybe taking on some things that we've been putting off, sightseeing things or little road trips or, connections with certain people we don't see very often, just to ensure that we make those memories and they have those to take with them. Both of my kids were sitting watching these very nice fireworks. I have to say, they were better than last year's. I thought they put considerably more effort in this year. Both have their phones up, filming it. Like this, it's this pivotal moment. And my one kid is talking through the whole thing, and commenting on all the oohs and the ahs. So I think that's something important to think about if you are a person who's interested in moving with a family to a different country, to recognize the things that you will or won't take with you when it comes to those traditions. As I've reminded to my kids, Malta does lots of fireworks, so we're not going to be lacking in many countries do. Those things exist in many countries, but it won't be in the same place with the same kinds of people, and it won't be Independence Day. So what does that look like, and what does that feel like for them? And acknowledging they may be really sad to walk away from some of these traditions, knowing that even if you try to recreate it somewhat, you're walking into a different country with a different culture, and not ignore their feelings on it, because it's valid. We have lots of traditions in our family of certain things that we do that I won't be able to recreate in another country, because they are so very specific, and that's hard. That's hard to acknowledge. You want to push it down, but what am I gaining? Hopefully a lot. Probably a lot that I can't even comprehend yet. But that isn't to say that I'm not losing something. As excited as I am. I've done cross-country moves. I've moved from where we are now to California in a very different way of life and a different expectation, and I gained so much from it. Did I lose things? Yeah. Things I was able to get back to some degree, things like connections with friends and family who live here. This is a choice that I am making and my spouse is making for my children. And so, though they may not be able to see all that they're gaining right now, I want to acknowledge what we could be losing and helping them walk through those feelings, because that's normal and acceptable for them to have their own separate feelings about this change. So, overall, a very fun Independence Day, 4th of July here in America. We got ice cream after at like 10:30 at night, because that's the way we roll, and it's fun, and it was warm out, so but we all slept in this morning, and I think they overall felt that it was worth it. So I hope to all of you Americans, both here and abroad, you had a good Independence Day. And more soon. Bye.